Good luck to everybody. Good luck to the runners. Good luck to chat. Good luck to our tracker DYT Mook. Good luck to me. And we are off. We are off and running. Both runners doing the always popular opening of running directly to the left at the start of the game. And we have some meme fall from Keku, getting right down the climb shaft. No moonfall for Janus, however. So chat, what do you think we're going to see is the first item? I like to call high jump boots, and I like to see high jump boots in the ceiling. Looks like we are indeed getting morph ball first. And Keku gonna go down and pick up his super missiles at the alpha missile location. JanusZeal going to follow him in that. And we have high jump boots in the ceiling. I love seeing that. Keku easily getting the D boost and getting those high jump boots. And JanusZeal also having no issues picking up those high jump boots. I'm sure that's going to make some people in chat very happy to see that item. Both runners also picking up their power bombs. So we'll see if there's any route divergence here, but Keku going over to check this miner and picks up the super missiles. We will see if he goes back up or to continue over the meme route. And Janus going straight up, not bothering to check the miner there. Both runners going through the old mother brain room, and Janus not check the miner there either as Keku goes on down to pick up his supers. Janus having a nice climb so far on the right side, getting those wall jumps, which are not easy to get in a repetitive manner like that by any means. Keku also making the right side wall climb with very, very clean wall jumps. Let's find out what's going to be at the bomb item today. I always hope for bombs at bomb. And we get Spring Ball. We see Janus validating his run, picking up the Spring Ball. We'll see if Keku turns his nose up at it or not. But Keku also decides to validate his run. Both runs are valid. Looks like both runners having a little bit of trouble with Alcatraz. It is so much harder with high jump boots on, and both runners also seeming to opt out of turning off the high jump boots and doing Alcatraz. They go out the long way, no shame there. Alcatraz is so much harder to do with high jump boots on. And we find an energy tank at Terminator. Janus initially missing the mock ball due to spring ball, which is Keku getting it fairly easily. It's very difficult. Ooh, and Varia at the tank for Brinstar. That is a great find for both of these players. But spring ball definitely making it very hard for anyone, if you're not used to it, to get mock balls. There's a lot less frames that you have to be able to get the mock ball in when you have spring ball on. Both runners having to go back up and around the normal way, missing the mock ball, deciding to pick up the supers as well. Keku deciding to pick up more minor, which I feel like this is going to serve him really well in the future, especially if they don't find charge anytime soon. Here we see our first route divergence, Janus going down to Edakuns while Keku going straight into Big Pink, which he doesn't have any power bombs, so he might be trying to farm one up to go down to Edakuns. Keku actually in kind of a bad spot because he's unable to get through Big Pink without power bombs, as he does not have bombs either. So he's gonna have to find a power bomb to be able to move forward here. Janus moving on into Big Pink, and Keku going back up, looking like he's going to go try and farm the Kegos. Janus deciding to go ahead and pick up more of the miners that he did not pick up earlier. And indeed, Keku farming the Kegos, trying to find that one power bomb that he's going to need to get through Big Pink at a minimum. And there it is. Keku's got it, and he turns right back around. Janus getting the green gate glitch at the wave gate first try. Having high jump boots makes that a lot easier, and he finds speed booster. That is going to be extremely beneficial early on. It's going to help prevent situations like Keku is just in when he went to Big Pink. He could have just used Speed Booster to get through, for example. Keku using his last Power Bomb. He's going to find an E-Tank and missiles here, so I don't think he's going to be too happy. We'll see if he goes back up through Edakuns and picks up those miners. And Janus finding the reserve tank in the charge location. And he has speed, so he's going down to check Waterway. Keku turning around. He has 4 power bombs at this point, so he will be able to get back out. Frogs being heroes and dropping power bombs for him. What are we gonna find at Waterway? Space jump at Waterway. That is fine. That's gonna open up the X-ray location, make it a lot easier to get through there. Keku dropping that power bomb to open up that door. The orange door into the wave gate room. Keku getting the wave gate first try as well. He will be rewarded with speed. And we see Janus getting the pipe missile. That is always a fun missile. It is a missile that I have never once forgotten yet, but people seem to think I do. And Janus is indeed going to check X-ray. Keku is also going to take the Nope tank at the charge location. However, at this point, they're far less Nope tanks as they are effective health, so I do agree with picking up reserves at this point, since they do only have the 2 E-tanks. You never know when you're going to have to run in one of these randos. Keku also picking up the pipe missile. Janus finding another E-tank at X-ray, which he will happily pick up. Keku again doing some more farming. Deciding to move on. Janus making short work of the reverse X-ray room. And Keku not finding space jump, so he's gonna move on. It's not going to be that detrimental as it was only the E-tank. And we will probably see him head straight over to Crate after he checks Spazer. Both are rewarded with another E-tank. Janus getting caught down in the water there, and then King of the Hill. But he toppled him and moved on. Keku almost having the most amazing mock ball I've ever seen. Both of them indeed going over to Kraid. We will see if either of them decide to take Kraid's invitation to prom or not. Neither of them going to check the miner. You're right, Zephyr, he didn't have a power bomb, and I missed that. He does need a bomb to check that. Looks like Keku invited Kraid out to prom, took his invitation. Meanwhile, Janus decided to tell Kraid to go sit in the corner and that he was ugly. And he finds Charge Beam. Charge Beam, as we all know, extremely useful. This seed is definitely geared up to be a really great seed so far. We will see just how troll it wants to be in regards to gravity. So far, I have not seen Gravity and Meridia in my commentating yet today, but this could possibly be the seed where we see that. We got some calls for Vanilla Gravity and people saying to bet on Croc for Gravity, and one for saying Mama Turtle, so we'll see where it's at. Seffi. See some Powerbomb miners going into high jump boots. We'll see if either of them decide to pick that up. And we get the X-ray scope for high jump boots, for their trouble at high jump boots. And Keku going up to ice. And is rewarded with Grapple Beam. So we will see if we see some mashed shrimp or some fried shrimp today. We could also see some microwave shrimp once he picks up X-ray scope. Mashed shrimp is the speed kill on Dragon. For those of you in chat that were asking. And Janus using his spring ball very effectively to get up to ice and grab his grapple beam. And we see Keku betting on Croc, so get your Croc Z's and Cheaty Myers out because we have Crocomire, everybody's favorite 8-eyed monstrosity. Keku making quick work of Crocomire and is rewarded with an E-Tank. We see Janus also going down through the Croc Speedway and will also head down to Crocomire. Keku going to grapple back across. And he does not get his spike suit. See Janus as well making quick work of Crocomire. Both of them picking up the E-Tank. Keku with a beautiful jump through the door to the next room. And Janus also not getting the spike suit. And we find Plasma down at the grapple location. That is a really good find, especially since they have Charge Beam. That's going to definitely help them make quicker work of bosses in the future. Keku getting the coolest Mach Ball in the game. It is possible to jump too far there, though. And end up hitting the wall and not getting the Mach Ball. Janus as well, getting his plasma beam. We'll see if he gets the coolest Mach Ball, or if he gets the coolest D-Boost. Oh, and he jumped too far. He jumped too far, man. I hope that wasn't a curse there. A small commentator's curse that I gave him. Oh, and Keku getting grabbed by the Keku having some trouble with the grapples in this room, but he gets through it safely. Keku making his way down to Lower Norfair. Lava dives are not easy things to do, so we'll see how he fares, but he is a pretty solid runner, so... And he gets it on the first try. It was very nice. Let's get those first tries in chat for Keku's lava dive. Janus as well, making his way down to Lower Norfair. Keku going for the green gate glitch to check on the screw attack item. Having a little bit of trouble with it, but that is definitely not an easy trick to get. And he gets it. So Keku is through. We will see what he finds. Janus also making the save, so I assume he's going to take the same routing as Keku. And they do have spring balls, so they can spring ball jump out if they need to, and they find ice. Janus not going over to check the screw attack item. My bad. He's still going that way. I was thinking 100% routing. Janus as well having a little bit of trouble with the green gate glitch, but he does get it. Keku gonna have to spring ball jump out of here, and this is not an easy feat. And he nails it. Very nice job by Keku. And Janus hot on his heels. Keku deciding to take his reserves. Janus going to do a little bit of farming on the super missiles. Oh, and Keku missing fast pillars by just a few pixels. And Janus not even going for the fast pillars, he just goes straight for the power bomb strat. Keku's still working on trying to get fast pillars, and he gets the spark. Successfully getting his fast pillars, very nice. That is a very small window to be able to get that spark, and Keku got it. Janus make an amphitheater look easy. That is a room that can really mess you up if you lose the space jump and it drops you down into the lava. Keku not having space jump, but he gets the jump correctly on his way in. And Janus just noping right out of that reserve tank. And Keku making it out of the amphitheater. Looks like he as well is going to go check on... And I'm sure he will nope out of it just as much as Janus did. I was incorrect. Keku picks it up. He has to be a little bit careful though. He's sitting on 88 energy. These Fire Fleas can give him quite a bit of energy though, but he's not going to choose to farm any of them. Janus making the safety save. Janus not going for the Kego through the platform. Janus deciding to go for the charge kill as opposed to the spark kill, which that will save him some energy from not sparking. Keku out of power bombs. He's gonna have to hope for a drop from these Diskegas, these fuzzy leg warmer dudes, or he's gonna have to hope the miner is gonna be more power bombs for him. Which he can't even check the miner because he has no power bombs, so that's a reset for Keku. He did make a save though before going down there, so he is not losing that much time. Janus doing some farming up before he goes into his fight with Ridley. Oh, and Keku dying to the Key Hunter. That's gotta feel bad, but at least he has his save right there. Oh, and Janus falling into the lava and getting a little bit wrecked by Ridley's tail, but he recovers with ease. Pumping those super missiles into Ridley, which super missiles are the faster DPS. Keku with 24 energy, he's got to be really careful here. Oh, man, and he's... Keku hoping that the side hopper was going to give him leeway to get out of there, and Janus has to be careful on Ridley, but thankfully Ridley dies when he has 20 health left. And he does get the health bomb, which I'm sure he's a little thankful for. Let's see what's at the Ridley tank. And it is It's just another E-Tank that he happily picks up. That was a clench, Ridley. And Captain Duck is absolutely correct in chat. That is why you pick up the Nope tanks. I did see that his reserves popped. And Keku making his way down, getting through the room with the side hoppers. So he will be making his way over to Ridley now. And he goes for the spark kill, but does not get it. Oh, he's got to be careful in this room. Alright, Keku gets one down, which gives him a lot of health back. And he gets the other one, so Keku is through the metal space pirate room and onto the flower house. Keku doing some farming up before Ridley, which is always a wise decision. And while there's a slight lull, I just want to remind everybody to go follow the runners. They're really awesome people and really good at the game. And they definitely deserve a follow. Janus still making his escape, but it won't be long until he's out of Lower Norfair. Decides to wait out the acid as opposed to just powering through it, which is a wise decision since he does not have wave. These key hunters can fall through that hole and come down and get you. So he's got to be really careful with this, even though he does have a lot of health. Meanwhile, Keku is making short work of Ridley, pumping missile after missile into him. See Janus going to check the wave item. And Keku takes down Ridley. Janus finding just another E-tank. Both runners deciding to take their respective E-tanks. Wise decision from each. This will allow Janus to be able to easily do stand-up glitch once he gets to Mother Brain. So far we have not seen gravity, which means it is either a wrecked ship or it is going to be a suitless seed. We will see what our runners choose to do at this point, but I'd wager that they're gonna go up to wrecked ship before trying to do a suitless run. I know we've had some guesses of Mama Turtle, we've had guesses of Wrecked Ship. I think we even had a guess of Firefly as well, but that didn't pan out. And Keku getting that awesome Wasteland Speedball. Saving a power bomb in the process, which is really important. See Janus finishing his Bubble Mountain cleanup right here, checking the reserve item. Which turns out to be space. He picks it up anyway. He picks it up despite having plasma. I wonder if that means he's gonna try and go for something suitless here. Maybe he decides to go check Mama Turtle and wants to use Spazer to do that. And I am incorrect. He is turning plasma back on and moving on with life. I don't know, Sephi, it's a great beam when you don't have... However, they do have plasma, so it's not so great of a beam at this point. So chat, where do you think gravity is gonna be at? Is it gonna be in Meridia or Wrecked Ship? Zephyr, you're gonna have to give me another guess, because it can't be at Shack Tool. Alright, so I think I'm seeing more people calling for it to be in Meridia than at Wrecked Ship. So I'm seeing a lot of Vanillas, I'm seeing a lot of Mama Turtles and Botwoon. I'm not seeing a whole lot of Wrecked Ship Reserve though. I think it's gonna be at the Wrecked Ship Reserve. That's where I think it's gonna be. And Janus not even bothering to wall jump Red Tower. He's just gonna take the easy ice path up, and I can't blame him in regards to Red Tower. And is that a sandpit call I'm seeing in chat? Alright, so I see a few people agreeing with me that it's gonna be in Wrecked Ship. But I'm guessing Wrecked Ship Reserve. That's what I'm guessing. Joe Commando, that would be so troll if it was in that sandpit. Elminster, that would be so troll if it was in the sandpit. See you call that. Alright, so Janus making it to the moat. We'll see if he gets the Miners of Shame. Nope, he nopes right over those supers. Looks like we're quoting Sephi that it's gonna be at the vanilla location for gravity. Unfortunately, Marco Polo, it cannot be at Gauntlet. No suits can be at Gauntlet in this logic. Keku working on his Bubble Mountain cleanup right now. And we will see if he nopes out a Spazer or accidentally picks it up as well. And Keku nopes right out of Spazer. I like that decision. So, we can still see a microwaved elephant here, because plasma will pierce bosses like Dragon and Botloon, even without Wave. So we can still see some X-ray strats here from Janus. And we will. So we are going to get the fried elephant ghost. I'm sorry, the microwaved elephant ghost. And for those of you that don't know, because I do see some questions in chat, we call it microwaving them. It's really, they're just using the X-ray glitch to kill bosses faster. How it's done is plasma does damage each frame, so when they use X-ray, it allows it to continue to do damage because it takes that frame. And we just like to call it microwaving things. Janus gonna go check the right side minor, which in randos is a major. I always forget about this location being a major in randomizer, honestly. And we could still see gravity here, but we're not going to. We're going to get screw attack, and Janus is going to go ahead and pick it up, which it's a lot less useful now than if he had found it before going down to lower Norfair, but it will still be useful. And Janus going through the spiky death room of death right now, making easy work of it. Keku going over to X-ray. And it's just an E-tank at the wreck ship E-tank. Janus going back through the reverse of the spiky death room, which is so much harder than going through it in the other direction. There's no real reason for it to be harder going back in the reverse direction on the spiky death room, it just happens to work out that way. I apologize, everybody. I am back now. I apologize if I was having any sort of mic issues on that. I hope this is better. Wreck ship reserve was just an E-tank? I was incorrect then. Alright, everybody, I apologize about that. Had a little bit of mic issues. Hopefully this has finally fixed it. Keku not making it, is in Fantoon's room. And it is looking like we're gonna have a suitless seed. So here's where Janus might be a little bit happy that he actually does have Spazer. I was talking about it a little bit earlier in the last match, and the reason why Spazer is a little bit better for suitless seeds is because Plasma can shoot through the enemies and hit them twice and end up killing them, as opposed to just simply freezing them. So this is the one spot, and basically the one spot alone, where Spazer shines. So it's not that you can't do it with Plasma, it's just it can be a little bit easier from what I understand having Plasma. I've thankfully never had to do a suitless run yet, but I know we have some experts on it in chat. But we are indeed in for the pantsless Meridia. They do also both have Spring Ball as well, so it's going to be a lot easier for them to get through this seed suitless with the ability to Spring Ball jump places. Keku going through the spiky death room of death, taking a D-boost there. And Keku deciding to reset as opposed to picking up the E-Tank. Janus making quick work so far of this portion of Meridia. And Janus deciding to go on down and check Mama Turtle for gravity. The question is, will he be rewarded? And I don't believe he went to the aqueduct to make a save, so if Mama Turtle doesn't pan out for him with gravity, he's gonna have to make that long trek back around just to get back up to be able to go towards Bot Wound again. And he finds just an energy tank and decides to nope out of picking it up. So now Janus is going to have to go all the way back around. So will gravity be at the sandpit now is the question. Or will it be at Botwoon? Corrido, gravity cannot be at Space Jump. Janus Janus was making good work of this and then missed the grapple, but I'm sure he will recover gracefully. And he does. He recovers extremely gracefully from that. And makes his way into the room before aqueducts. Sephi. Keku not going over to Meridia just yet, not ready to commit to Suitless. Janus making the save at the save station though, so I'm willing to bet he goes down to the sandpit, and it looks like yes he is. Keku deciding to check underneath Waterway. Unfortunately, he will not find it there. He will, however, be rewarded with Space Jump. Janus trying to make this very difficult jump up onto that small little ledge. Sand physics in this game are the absolute worst thing in the game. There are so many rooms that have sand that give me the most anxiety, and I feel for runners when they are having to do suitless seeds and jump into the sand for any reason. And he makes it up onto the ledge, choosing to wall jump his way up. And what will he find up here? Deciding to use a power bomb as opposed to to end, he finds what looked to be like bombs. So he is just simply going to reset his game. This leaves gravity, I believe, at Botwoon tank. Janus making his way up with no issues. Deciding to X-ray the room for good measure. And it looks like Keku has made the commitment at this point to go do his suitless run. It'll be interesting to see what he checks. He could make up a lot of time here if he simply goes straight to bot wound. Unfortunately, he does not know what the other locations hold. And it looks like we're gonna have some fried snake here. And if there's one thing that I know about bot wound, is that that monster needs to die. And there it is, gravity at bot wound, everybody. Janus making easy work at the Colosseum with space jump. And Keku is indeed going down to check Mama Turtle. He will unfortunately be very disappointed with the results. And let's see what Janus is gonna do here. It's looking like he's gonna microwave some shrimp. And it looks like Keku's gonna take the E-Tank. And Janus isn't even going to check the Dragon item at this point, and he doesn't need to. With Dragon, for those of you that don't know, when you X-ray kill Dragon, or what we like to call microwave the shrimp, if you kneel and do it, once Dragon dies, you'll know he's dead because it'll force you into a standing position from the kneeling position. Kip, could we call this strat the Red Lobster? Janus just gonna make his way straight to Turian and Mother Brain from here. And we will see if Keku decides to check on Sandpit or not. I would totally understand the decision to check Sandpit if he does go and check it. And it looks like he's not going to go check the Sandpit, so that's going to be a good day for Keku for saving some time on that. He will be finding gravity as soon as he defeats Bot Wound. Janus deciding to go ahead and fill up everything in the ship. And we have some more microwaved snake coming in from Keku. Once again, that monster needs to die. But the real question is, what is man? Janus having more than enough ammo to get through Mother Brain 1. Having charge ice and plasma, he won't need any extra ammo once he gets past Mother Brain 1. So Janus will still be able to do the Zeb-type glitch here without having to do the speed booster strat. It's just going to be a little bit harder since he does not have wave. You can still do it with plasma, although it does tend to be easier if you turn off plasma and do it with just ice. And then of course he does have the option to skip with the speed booster as well. He could even take the second Zeb-type glitch as well, but that as well requires you to freeze a Rinka. And we see Keku deciding to do the Red Lobster strat and microwave some shrimp. He as well is not going to check the Major at Dragon. And Janus not getting the baby skip. Getting eaten right up by it. I did not see which way Janus faced on whether or not he looked to the past or future. But if he didn't look to the past, well, if he didn't look to the past, I'm gonna be a little bit saddened by that. Keku making his way out of Meridia and is going to be going straight to Mother Brain. And Janus having a little bit of trouble freezing the Rinka. We'll see what he does here, if he decides to try for the speed booster strat or if he eventually takes plasma off and does it with just ice. And he gets the Rinka froze, but he does not get the Zeb skip, so he's gonna have to try this again. Janus having some trouble here. Keku gaining a lot of ground in the meantime. Joe Commando, the room does not have to be shaking to get the Zeb tight skip. And Janus getting the Zeb tight skip and moving on. Making his way to Mother Brain and her snow globe. And he makes short work of the snow globe and Mother Brain. So, with the damage Janus took from trying to get the Zeb-Tight skip, he's not going to be able to do the stand-up glitch here. Unless he has enough in his reserves to get him back up to the 7 E-tanks needed, and he would then be able to do it if he activated his before the Rainbow Beam happened. Otherwise, he's not going to be able to do the Zeb-Tight, or the stand-up glitch. Keku making quick work of the first Metroid room. He does, however, get grabbed and does not have bombs, so he's going to have to power bomb them off of him. And Janus choosing not to use the reserves to get himself back up to the 7 required E-tanks. And he is going to take the cutscene. Keku going for the baby skip, a lot harder without having Wave Beam. And he gets the baby skip without getting eaten, nice and clean. And we see the saddest death in all of gaming history. The baby Metroid is down, ladies and gentlemen. But in its death, it gives a hyper beam. Keku making quick work of the Zeb-Tight skip. And making quick work of Mother Brain 1 and her snow globe. Janus starting his escape. I highly doubt he will go to check on the animals, but we will see. Keku knowing his damage ratios, knowing when to swap over to his supers and when he can start taking damage. We will be seeing Keku attempt the stand-up glitch. We will see how this goes for him. And that is very risky to do without taking Varia off, because if Mother Brain decides to do another Rainbow Beam and you damage yourself down to less than 300 health in that meantime, you will die. because Rainbow Beam with Varion will do 300 damage to you. And Janus finishing up, going into the ship. Good game to JanusZeal. Keku having a good stand-up glitch so far. Keku getting his Rainbow Beam, destroying Mother Brain 3, making very quick work of her. Keku with the rip on screen. Look at that, the 3 minutes even on that first transition. That is impressive there. Keku going for the blue bomber and gets it! How hype is that? Keku with the blue bomber. Keku getting the meme fall down there. We will see if Keku decides to check on the animals, but I don't think he will. And Keku is in his ship and taking off. Good game to Keku, good game to Janus. Once again, everybody go follow these runners. They are both amazing runners and they both ran an amazing race. We will be having game 2 coming right up. And let's see those deer forces in chat. I'm already seeing a couple of them. 36% for JanusZeal. Keku with the fun pictures up there. So thank you everybody so much for tuning into this. We will be having game 2 coming up right quick. Let's make sure we get some deer forces in chat for Keku as well here. They both ran a very amazing race. And please do not forget to follow the runners, everybody. There is the link to be able to follow the runners. And do not forget that it is half off of all new subs. So go give these runners some love. Follow, subscribe. You can even use a Twitch Prime subscription and do it for free. So go give these runners some love, everybody. Make sure to give them a follow. So it's looking like I will be being joined by Just Defend for commentary. And a little bit later, we will be seeing InnoRush as well joining the commentary. And I will be dipping out as soon as he is ready. So it seems like Just Defend is going to be joining me here shortly. And getting that follower alert on Keku's stream. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for following Keku. Keku's an awesome guy. He deserves it. So does JanusZeal. JanusZeal also deserves follows. Dave Hortus, thank you so much for that follow, man. Thank you so much for following Keku. Absolutely not, no please. We do not exist on the internet. Everybody knows that. Looks like the runners are just now starting to get everything set up. Both are also playing on the Japanese text. The seed is looking to be like Zila Powamp, Cavern, and Zila. What is a Powamp? Does anyone know what a Powamp is in Super Metroid? That's the one I'm most interested in knowing about. Let's look that up. Oh, a Powamp are those things in Meridia that you can, those little floaty things that you can grapple, and their heads expand and shrink. And it's looking like In No Rush is just about ready, as Just Defend joins me.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, so we're gonna be switching up the commentary a little bit. This will be the last match of the night, game 2 for JanusZeal and Kekuman.